I visited a woman's apartment in Kyoto 3 years ago that fundamentally changed how I think about space. The apartment was 400 square feet, tiny by American standards. But when you walked in, it felt expansive, calm, breathable, like there was more space than there actually was. No clutter on surfaces, no visible storage, no stacks of anything. Just clean lines, intentional objects, and this overwhelming sense of peace. I asked her how she kept it so minimal in such a small space. She said, "We don't think about organizing clutter. We think about preventing it. These aren't storage rules, they're entry rules. We decide what's allowed to enter our homes before it becomes clutter we have to manage." She showed me 5 specific principles that Japanese homes follow. Not all Japanese homes, but traditional ones that practice a philosophy called 𝐫𝐞𝐜𝐸, the concept of negative space, of emptiness as valuable, of less being essential rather than sacrificial. I came home and implemented all 5 rules. Within 3 months, my home looked completely different. Not because I organized better, because I stopped allowing things in that would need to be organized. I haven't had a cluttered counter, a junk drawer, or a "I'll deal with that later" pile in 3 years. Not because I'm more disciplined. Because these 5 rules make clutter structurally impossible. If you're tired of organizing the same spaces over and over, and you want a home that stays clean without constant effort, subscribe now. Drop your city in the comments. I want to know where you're watching from. Welcome back to our channel. Rule number 5. 1 in, 1 out, before the new item enters your home. Let's start with a rule that seems simple, but most people implement wrong. Japanese homes practice strict 1 in, 1 out. Before you bring something new into your home, you must choose something to remove. Not later. Not "I'll get rid of something eventually." Before the new item crosses the threshold. Why this works? It forces you to evaluate whether the new item is worth displacing something you already own. Most impulse purchases fail this test. It also caps your total possessions at a fixed number. You can't accumulate. You can only replace. The implementation. When you buy new shoes, you choose which current pair to donate before the new ones enter your closet. When you buy a new sweater, an old one goes to donation before you wear the new one. This feels extreme at first, but it eliminates the endless accumulation that creates clutter. A study from UCLA on American homes found that the average household has 300,000 items. Japanese homes average 10,000 to 20,000. The 1 in, 1 out rule is a major reason why. One woman told me she used to shop constantly, and her closet was packed with clothes she never wore. When she implemented 1 in, 1 out, her shopping dropped by 70% because she couldn't justify displacing things she liked for things she only kind of wanted. The rule made me more intentional. I only buy things I genuinely love because I have to sacrifice something to make room. Quick note, we recommend products and tools across all our videos, and instead of searching through comments or spending hours on Amazon, we've organized everything in our storefront. It's grouped by category with direct links to what we actually use and trust. The link's in the description if that's helpful. Now let's continue. Rule number 4. Nothing stays on surfaces overnight. Kitchen counters, tables, bathroom sinks. This is the rule that creates the visual calm you see in Japanese homes. Every evening, all surfaces are completely cleared. Kitchen counters, dining table, bathroom sink, entryway table, nothing stays out overnight except permanent fixtures. Soap dispenser, 1 plant, 1 decorative object. Everything else gets put away in its designated home before bed. Why this works? Clutter attracts clutter. When surfaces are clear, you're less likely to add to them. When surfaces have 1 thing sitting out, it becomes 2, then 5, then a pile. Clear surfaces create psychological calm and make cleaning effortless. You wipe the surface in 10 seconds, no moving objects around. The implementation. Every night before bed or after dinner, you do a 5-minute surface sweep. Everything on counters goes where it belongs. Keys go in the bowl, mail goes in the organizer, dishes go in the dishwasher. Everything has a home, and it goes there nightly. This seems tedious until you experience waking up to completely clear surfaces every morning. It changes your entire morning energy. Research from Princeton on clutter and focus found that visual clutter significantly reduces ability to focus and increases cortisol. Clear surfaces was calmer brain. One woman said she used to leave dishes, mail, keys, and random objects on her counters to deal with tomorrow. Her kitchen always looked messy. When she started clearing surfaces every night, she said it took 5 minutes, but saved her 30 minutes of stress the next morning. I walk into my kitchen and it feels like a reset, not a continuation of yesterday's chaos. Rule number 3, everything must have a specific labeled home. No junk drawers, no miscellaneous. Japanese homes don't have junk drawers. They don't have miscellaneous bins. Every single item has a designated specific home, and that location is often labeled. Not categories like office supplies. Specific. Pens, paper clips, sticky notes, each in their own small container, labeled in a specific drawer. Why this works? When everything has a specific home, you can't procrastinate putting it away. There's no, I'll figure out where this goes later. It goes in its spot immediately. And when every family member knows where things belong, nobody asks, "Where's the tape?" or leaves things out because they don't know where it goes. The implementation. You go through your home systematically, one room at a time, and assign every object a specific location. Then you label that location, drawer dividers with labels, clear bins with labels, shelf labels. If something doesn't have a home, you either create one or get rid of the item. This requires an initial time investment, 1 weekend per room, but it eliminates years of where did I put that? Stress. A professional organizer who studied Japanese organization systems said this is the single most transformative principle she teaches clients. When everything has a labeled home, people stop losing things, stop buying duplicates, and stop leaving things out. The clutter disappears because there's no ambiguity about where things belong. One mother of 3 said this saved her sanity. I labeled everything. Crayons, Legos, hair ties, batteries, everything. My kids actually put things away now because they know exactly where things go. There's no "Mom, where's my" anymore. Rule number 2, if you wouldn't buy it again today, it leaves your home. This is the decluttering filter that Japanese minimalists use, and it's ruthlessly effective. Walk through your home and look at every object. Ask, if I didn't already own this, would I buy it today? If the answer is no, it goes. Donate, sell, trash, doesn't matter. But it leaves. Why this works? Most clutter is made up of things you wouldn't choose now, but you're keeping out of guilt. It was expensive, it was a gift. Obligation, I might need it someday, or inertia, it's always been here. This question cuts through all of that. It focuses on present value, not past cost or future hypotheticals. The implementation, you don't have to do this all at once. Pick one category, books, kitchen gadgets, bathroom products, clothes. Hold each item. Ask, would I buy this today? If no, it goes in a donation box. This is harder than it sounds because you'll want to justify keeping things. But it was $200. But my aunt gave it to me. But what if I need it? The rule is binary. Would you buy it today? Yes or no? Research on decision fatigue shows that binary choices are easier to execute than nuanced ones. Would I buy this is easier than, do I use this enough to justify the space it takes? One woman went through her entire home with this question over 2 weekends. She donated 60% of her possessions. I realized I was living in a museum of my past choices. Things I bought years ago that I'd never choose now were taking up space in my present. Letting them go felt like breathing out after holding my breath for years. Rule number 1, buy only what you can store properly. Storage defines capacity. And here's number 1, the rule that makes all other rules sustainable. Japanese homes never buy storage solutions to accommodate more stuff. Instead, storage capacity defines how much you're allowed to own. You have one bookshelf? That's how many books you can own. When it's full, you can only acquire a new book by removing an old one. You have 3 kitchen drawers? That's how much kitchen stuff you can own. No overflow bins, no under-sink chaos, no I'll find a place for it later. Storage defines capacity. Capacity defines ownership. Why this is number 1? Because this rule prevents clutter at the source. You can't accumulate beyond your storage capacity if you refuse to add storage. Most people do the opposite. They acquire stuff, then buy storage to contain it, then acquire more stuff, then buy more storage. The cycle never ends, and the home fills up. Japanese philosophy flips this. Your home's existing storage is the maximum. You work within that limit. The implementation. Count your storage spaces, drawers, shelves, closets. That's your capacity. When a space is full, you can only add by subtracting. If you find yourself wanting more storage, The answer isn't buying organizers. It's decluttering until you fit within existing storage. This feels restrictive at first, but it creates freedom. Freedom from endless organizing, from where am I going to put this, from homes that feel suffocating. An architect who designs minimalist homes said, Americans build bigger houses to fit more stuff. Japanese design assumes space is finite and worth protecting. The question isn't, where can I put this? It's, does this deserve the space it requires? One couple downsized from a 2,000 square foot house to a 900 square foot condo and implemented this rule. They kept only what fit in their new storage. We thought we'd miss our stuff. We don't. We didn't realize how much energy we were spending managing possessions. Now our home serves us instead of us serving it. So those are the 5 Japanese home rules. And here's what connects them. They're all preventive, not reactive. You're not organizing clutter. You're preventing clutter from entering or accumulating in the first place. One in, one out prevents accumulation. Clear surfaces nightly prevents visual chaos. Specific homes for everything prevents, I'll deal with it later. Only keeping what you'd buy today prevents dead weight. Letting storage define capacity prevents overflow. These rules work together to create homes that stay clutter-free without constant effort. Not because you're more organized, because clutter has no structural way to accumulate. Here's your assignment. Pick 2 rules from this list and implement them this week. If you choose nothing on surfaces overnight, do a surface sweep every evening for 7 days. If you choose, would I buy it today? Go through one category this weekend and remove what fails the test. Then come back and comment. Week 1, rule plus rule, and tell us if your space feels different. Because it will. And once you experience how much calmer your home feels with these rules, you'll add the others. If this changed how you think about your space, we've built 3 complete series. The Rich Women's Habit series, breaking down what wealthy women do across every area of life. The Hygiene Habits for Elegant Women series, covering invisible details that signal refinement. And the Quiet Luxury Items Every Woman Should Own series, for building a wardrobe that works without effort. All 3 playlists are in the description, designed to work together. And if Japanese-inspired home and lifestyle content resonates with you, let me know in the comments. We're considering a series on Japanese principles for daily living, the quiet, intentional practices that create calm in every area of life. Thank you for being here. See you in the next one.